Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. That's from this morning. I'm gonna try to talk loudly because my air conditioner is on. It's really hot, so I don't want to turn it off. I've been sitting inside with Jason having a snack in the afternoon. We love to buy corn tortillas in the plastic bags, fresh corn tortillas, and I slice them into 6 like pie shapes. I make 3 cuts and then drop them in the deep fryer, and they are so good. I fry them for about 2 to 2.5 minutes, and then we have them with salsa. What I'm getting at is while I was in the house, the workshop got a little bit warm, so I'm going to leave the AC on. I know I mentioned doing a final flip through of this, and I'm starting something fairly new. Well, okay, I've always tried to remember when my journals are completed. Some of my journals have empty space at the end though, where it just got too thick, or maybe I created a new one and didn't go back. I really, because of my age, because of the way I feel about space and belongings and purging, I want to fill up all the journals completely full and then be able to go back and look at these at a later time. So you can see I put a little tag on here, and this is one of the little textile samples. Sometimes these are in the fun packs. This one looked to me like it had been painted, which I really love that. I just glued a piece of paper on here, punched a hole, and it says completed and artwork digitalized, August 25th, 2023. And you can see that I stamped the butterfly on it. And we're gonna flip through here, and I'm gonna put it on the shelf. And when I see these hanging on my journals, I know that they're completely full. There's nothing else to do. And I have even taken the artwork out and created digital sheets. Now, these are available on my Etsy shop, and it is just 1 sheet per download. If you are interested in purchasing these, you can print them. Things like this are awesome printed on like cotton rag paper or a nice heavy paper where you can make beautiful journal cards. I loved going back and seeing this quote: never give up on your dreams. Take your ideas and funnel them down to what you want the most. Like a prism or rainbow, take the color you like best and make it yours. It doesn't matter if others like the same color. Your version will be unique. It will be you. And so that quote is part of that download. Anyway, I wanted to talk about that, and I'm going to put this on the shelf. It's completed. I know it's completed when I look at this tag. I have this new journal that I just made this morning that I can get started in. The cover on this one, I'm sure you've seen it before. It's my favorite style. It is a 1 signature soft cover, charms hanging on the outside, even if it's rusty pieces that I find in parking lots. This is just a piece of metal that's shaped like a heart. There's a safety pin stuck here. You can see this old rusty S hook that I found somewhere. There's even an old like a what do you call those pins? Ooh, they what are they called? They hold things in place like a cog pin or a that's got a name, I can't think of it. Little things glued and tagged or pinned all through, things I want to keep and go back and look at, bookmarks that I found. Carolyn, I think you sent me that really cute little clay mold there, or little thing that was done in a mold. And you know what? I just love going back through and looking at journals. I may have done a flip through of this one before, so I'm not going to take just an inordinate amount of time, but I did want to flip through it one final time. There's probably a private entry under there, so I won't lift that up. Another thing that I like to put, see that says diary entry. Another thing that I like to put in my journals, kind of like a smash book, is just things that come to me in the mail, things that I want to save, like if we get a business card somewhere. And where was that little bunny? Is it back here? Oh goodness. This little creature, a little bun from Carolyn. So I'm sure that inspired this drawing. Do not be afraid to visualize what you want your life to be. When that life appears, do not be afraid to live it. And we just have artwork in here, notes to myself, Being alone is sometimes necessary. Some things tucked in there, notes and things. I tuck little things in as well that come in Happy Mail, things that I want to keep up with. That's sweet. Watch out for each other. Love everyone and forgive everyone, including yourself. Forgive your anger, forgive your guilt, your shame, your sadness. Embrace and open up your love, your joy, your truth, and most especially your heart. Jason sent this quote to me today. And of course that was maybe even a couple of years ago. Beautiful rusty washer stitched in, and just a lot of artwork. There's that daily journal entry that I printed out in the digitals, or put in the digitals that you can purchase and print out. I don't know if anybody remembers this walkway. Immediately after looking at the picture, saw a woodland fairy hanging out across the walkway. I'm sure my drawing doesn't do it justice, but I do believe we have angels with us. I can, I will, I did. Nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. That's kind of a private entry. She was no angel. I remember doing this journaling, and I want to get back to this kind of journaling. I really like this a lot. And that was going back and talking a little bit about Michaela's surgery. More artwork. And then we get to where I started my last entry in this book today, and I glued or taped in one of the pieces from the some of the images that were in the last fun pack, and just wrote private entry there. And then there's a pocket here for things. There's one of the images. I just love that. So I put that in to kind of fill out that page, because again, I use journals to go back and look at. It's not unusual for me to pull a journal down and just sit on the couch with it and look at every page and get inspired and then write in it, sometimes all over again. I may make a little note, take my pen, which this is a new pen, and you're going to be hearing about this in the next few videos. But I may just sit down and write a note that's added years after the journal is done. Here's a page I've stamped private entry because it's private under there. And this is also a tip if you make journals and you journal in them and you want to still show your journals on your channel, just put something pretty over it. Again, I stamped private, and there's a private entry, a long one, inside these two pages. So, and it's nothing but writing. There's nothing else to see. So I just paper clipped those together and stamped private. That's a label from a container of hand soap. My sister bought this to me way long ago. I was still living in the old house, so it's got to be at least 15 years old. I used that steampunk labeled bottle. Beautiful. I don't even remember if it was glass or plastic. I think it was plastic, and that's why I got rid of it. The label was starting to fade at the bottom, so I finally got the label off and kept it. Just absolutely love that. And I that's the kind of things that I like to save. I don't think I'll ever forget where this came from. And then we have just a pretty tag here, a key, and I like this little spoon. We know some spoons were used for things that were illegal, especially in the 1800s. The 1980s, it was popular to I think, like among celebrities, you would see them wearing these little spoons around their necks. No thank you, I will say, but I do love that little charm that we have right there. So that is that journal, and it is going on the shelf for good. I will pull it down again to look at it, but I probably won't do another flip through again unless I do something drastic to this one. Again, these are in my Etsy shop. I'm looking forward to completing and documenting every journal like this. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.